Hello and welcome to Emerald Meadows, your one-stop channel for all things RC and crafting. Today we're going to be looking at a comparison between the Skyzone V02 and the Skyzone V03, the OLED FPV goggles. And you've seen a lot of reviews on this, but you may want to pay attention to this one because I think that, first of all, I don't get these for free. I actually spend the money, so I'm much more critical. These guys that are giving stuff free, they do a cursory review of the product and move on with it. But I mean, I spend hard-earned money on this, and I want to make sure that I'm getting good product. So when I'm talking about the review, I think I have a better understanding and a more critical eye of what these products are like. First of all, on these, as with any goggle video that I give, I can't actually show you the picture inside the goggle because the screen is too small in there to show. So the first comparison between these two goggles is that one has no LED display and the other just has a regular definition display, 854 by 480. The OLED goggles are a significant improvement when it comes to clarity. And if you're flying FPV like I do and you want to enjoy the scenery, these do have a much better resolution and there's a sharpness to it that I really can't say enough about. I don't have the Fat Shark's goggles. I've always had Skyzones. They've always been my favorite. I did an initial comparison between the two, and I just found that these Skyzones had a better image on them, and I enjoyed them a lot more. Both of these goggles come with complete kits of cables and bands and everything to go with it, but there's a really big difference that makes this still a very good goggle to have, and one of them is this head strap that goes over top of the head. The 854 by 480 is a good resolution. You'll enjoy that resolution. But having this over the head strap really makes a big difference. You notice that this here, because they've mounted the fan on here, they're missing the hole here, the bracket, to hold a strap that would go over your head. This is a major flaw, and I'll explain why. For those of you that don't FPV, there's a lot of pressure on your nose when you're flying, and these goggles will tend to drift down. No matter how tight this strap is, your goggles are going to drift down and the top of your screen is going to get blurry. That's a big problem. I'm really disappointed that these expensive goggles with a beautiful screen doesn't have a strap that allows you to enjoy the view. As always, you've seen the other videos. These are full diversity. They're both diversity goggles, true diversity. The front-facing camera, which is handy. I don't use a front-facing camera that much. I find it easier just to pop these on my forehead and slide them down again. But it is there, and I have used them from time to time, but not a lot. The controls on both units are basically the same. This one here is camo, so you can't see the buttons, but the button layout on the top is exactly the same. Camera, record. This is to go up and down on your frequencies. It does other options depending on whether you press longer or not longer. On the bottom, we have the full layout. And another reason I went to the Fat Sharks is that they have an HDMI in. So if you're using other sources of video, such as using a Wi-Fi type phone, you can actually, for example, on the Samsung, you can actually take the video out of the bottom of the Samsung and pop it into this goggle. You cannot do that on a Fat Shark. So even for the less expensive units that have the Wi-Fi type FPV system, you can still use your goggles and enjoy a fantastic view. Anyway, that's basically it. It has the OLEDs have the fan on the top. I've never had a problem. I'm not a big sweater, so I guess I'm not a good judge on that. But it is there, and it makes a big difference. Another big difference on the version the version 3030 is a button on the side. So a lot of times when I'm flying, I'll put this on my forehead. I'll keep my battery in and drain my battery. The other item is that the plug for the DC in is on the bottom, and on this version here, it was on the side on the O2s. That's kind of important because when the battery cable comes out, it's much easier to plug it right in the bottom. There's less strain on any of the cables, so you're not going to be damaging any wires. I never had it happen, but I could see that it would happen. So all in all, the fan is a big improvement on the 03Os, and the power switch on the side. I really do like that power switch. That's going to save a lot of battery time on my when I'm flying. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and trust me when I say that I really do like the Skyzones. I spend my own money. I like these. The clarity is great. I really miss that over-the-head strap, which makes it much more comfortable to wear. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video on a comparison of the Skyzone O2Ss and the 03Os. And please subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time at Emerald Meadows. Bye-bye for now.